Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Hi, everybody.
And more importantly, joined by a special guest, cast member, Serving the Hamptons seasons 1 and 2, all available on Max right now. Samantha Crichton, how are you, Sam?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
We
Excited
are
to be here.
No, we're excited to talk to you. We love the show right off the bat. Everybody who watches our stuff or just checks our interviews out, definitely go check out Serving the Hamptons on Max. Like I said, all of seasons 1 and 2 are on there. It's like 11 episodes, so it's like a very digestible binge for everyone. So we definitely recommend that. Sam, off the bat, we know you're a reality TV fan. So how did you hear / get cast on the show? Were you looking to do reality TV, or was it just kind of happenstance?
No, honestly, I think I kind of manifested it without realizing because I live for all reality TV, Housewives, everything. And so my mom had moved out to the Hamptons for during COVID.
Okay.
And she had a business meeting with someone who was already previously on a reality TV show. And they were in the restaurant 75 Main where our show took place. And he was like, Jess, your daughter would be so perfect on the show. So then in like 24 hours, they already had a full cast. And in like
Wow.
24 hours, I was on and I was filming the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, it happened really fast. So I had no time to be scared.
That is true. I mean, honestly, you just got thrown in there. So, I mean, did you have a lot of, and I kind of remember in the beginning this you did with some, but was there a lot of pre-existing relationships there? Did everyone already know everyone, or was it a kind of mix and match?
So as we go into season two, that's when there's more pre-existing relationships because I
Yeah.
bring a very good friend of mine. Um, Also another person who was on Too Hot to Handle, Joey. He also, we have mutual friends. So that's where it gets more interconnected as the season goes forward. But at the beginning, I would say most of us didn't really know each other that well, but we
Okay.
definitely did after living with each other.
Right. So people did not work there before the show started
um,
filming, or some of them did.
half did,
Okay.
right.
Did you ever actually work there?
When I was filming, yeah.
Okay.
I worked.
They made you work. So that was
We
something that
worked.
I know that's something people are curious about. I mean, a lot of people compare your show to early Vanderpump, right? When they were
Right.
all working there mostly pre-existingly. So I always was curious about that, how much of it was people who actually worked there and the idea came about, or being said. So you're kind of saying a little bit of it both.
For the most part, everyone has worked there and works there in their own way, whether that's like, full commitment only job or just on the side, but everyone has their own way of being present there.
Thought Zach didn't like non-full
That's
commitment.
what I was about to say.
No, when we're working in the summer and filming, we're all hands on deck. But like post filming, people have to go back to Florida or New Jersey, it's kind of harder.
Um, that's a question I had later on, but Brian kind of teased that up there. So that's somebody who I got to know about, Zach. I'll be honest, watching the show, I was somebody who grew up in like the service industry. I bartended through college and the whole very
You
similar.
love
So I
that.
understood a lot of like what you guys were doing. I've literally done and lived that
Right.
life. Does that guy really as much? He comes off like a dick. Like there's the
I
scene I can't get
know.
over when the couple of your friends when they served that party and they didn't get the tip and he threw the money at them, right?
Right.
Was he doing that for the cameras, or is that how that guy's like? Because I could that's where be I texted Brian about it. I'm like, that's no.
I was shocked because I didn't, obviously there's so many scenes that are filmed. And when that came out, I was like, oh my God. But I do have to say, I could say what you see is what you get with Zach, but there's a whole different side to Zach that's not portrayed on the show. Because keep in mind, you're filming like I'll have a scene and we film 2 hours of a conversation and you only see 2 minutes.
Mhm.
So I guess in that aspect, I have to say Zach would really give you the shirt off of his back.
Mhm.
He is like one of the best selfless people I've ever met. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, all of that the cameras don't lie. But he's the best.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I was gonna just say, I mean, it's just kind of crazy that like you're saying all these things, but like as the viewer, like us, and I'm sure anybody that's watching the show, like we I would find that hard to believe from what we see on TV. So that's
I
why it's good
know,
that
it's so crazy. That means you just have to go into 75 Main and meet him, and you'll change your mind.
It's on our list. One of my things as far as like series we're going to do is we are going to start trying to hit up the restaurants and stuff that are on some of the shows that we
Yeah,
watch. You know, some of the Vanderpump ones. Yours is now on the list. There's some things like Southern Hospitality ones, right? Like the Southern Charm ones.
right.
Um, all right. So you mentioned 75 Main. You mentioned, you said your mom moved to the Hamptons. So obviously you have some history. Why why are the Hamptons so great? Brian and I have had some mixed experiences in the past, and like if you're trying to sell us on the Hamptons and like why we should give the Hamptons a chance, right? Or anyone who hasn't been, like, what is it about the Hamptons?
I don't know. I can only speak for myself, but it's there's something very magical. I can't put it into words, but like when I'm driving, because there's this one parkway, Sunrise Highway, that's like an hour to get there. And it's only trees. And it's just like when you're driving, you feel like you're like teleporting into another world. And you kind of are. It's like I'll be out to a random hole in the wall diner with my mom, and you'll see like an A-list celebrity just randomly picking up coffee in their pajamas and like ripped shoes. Meanwhile, they're like disgustingly rich. Like it's humble yet luxurious, and it's just this like combination of
I like that.
everything amazing.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I went there for 2 years. I was dating someone in the past that had a house down there, and I would go there, I think, pretty regularly over the summer for 2 years. So, like, I don't think it was near where you guys were. I forget where it was. I don't remember. Montauk, that's down the way, right?
Yeah, Montauk, they call it like the end of the world. It's all the way to the
tail
end.
is what you guys call it, the tail,
Right,
or something like
right.
that. Yeah, I think I've been there once. So, like, I don't
Okay.
think I ever would have stumbled into 75 Main, unfortunately. But
No, that 75 Main is more at the beginning of the Hamptons,
Okay.
but you
oh,
definitely
okay,
go
maybe. All right,
back.
I'm gonna have to Google that and see where
Yeah,
that is, and see if I've been in that area. Should have done that before we did this.
you guys need the full experience.
No, I want to do it, and we're 100%. I have a buddy of ours, a friend who comes on and co-hosts with us sometimes. He actually lives on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
Kyle Brian. So maybe we can combine that and make a little trip out of it. Um, your kind of storyline really on the show, the first two seasons, kind of heavily defined with the Ethan relationship. So I want to kind of know, where do you stand now? How do you feel like it was portrayed looking back? Do you regret it? Like, kind of just like, how's your kind of thoughts on the whole Ethan situation and storyline?
Right. I mean, you can't change someone, like people don't change easily. So that is a case of what you see is what you get. I think he is a very good person, but he's not, doesn't check off the boxes of pursuing him seriously. So, I mean, yeah, right now, I mean, I just saw him not too long ago, and we're just friends. Like we're very platonic, no expectations of either one of us. That's kind of the update right now.
Okay.
We also, the platonicness has taken a turn where I write my own songs,
Okay.
and I've sang for like my whole life.
That's cool.
And he is a music producer, so we have two songs that we've made
Okay.
together. And when we were making them, it didn't veer towards anything but friendship and professional. So there's an update.
What type of music?
Something that you hear on the radio mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yep, for the most part.
Okay.
Is it like a Good as Gold?
I
With the
don't.
Sheena Shea connection.
I hope it could be as catchy as Good as Gold.
Get it on an Uber commercial.
I love it. I'm obsessed.
Brian actually had brought that up to me before we recorded, right before you came on, because I'm a big Vanderpump guy. I got Brian on the Vanderpump. I'm a huge Bravo person as well. So I forgot that. And then as soon as he said, I said, wait a second. I went and looked up the clip on Bravo. I said, I remember this guy now. And then, so
yes,
it did change I think I would have watched it very differently if I had realized he had been on a Bravo show already. I'd be like, all right, wait a second. This isn't just some dude who now has happened to be on a reality show. He's played this game before. So
that is so crazy. I remember after we filmed season 1 and they were replaying Bravo episodes on TV, and all of a sudden I was watching Vanderpump and Ethan's on my screen. I'm like, what the heck?
you did the Leo meme.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
So he didn't tell you.
You here.
So you didn't know that, like when you, oh, it's so classic.
No, none of us knew. I guess I'm spit sisters with Sheena.
Oh my God, that is classic. You mentioned Bravo stuff. So Housewives, all favorite franchise.
Oh, I have to be loyal to New Jersey.
It's a good one. No,
Oh,
it's one of the
boy.
better ones for sure. I
And
always was a New York. I'm a New York person myself, like old New York, though. Really, new New York,
right.
not new New York. New New York is.
No, I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
The new season?
you like the new season?
It's not as timeless as the
No,
franchise.
they need time,
Yeah.
right? You
I
need time to
also
hate each other.
I like New York with Bethany Frankel.
Oh, Bethany, yeah, for sure.
She's like my number one Bravo icon.
I'm a big Luann de Lesseps fan. The
Yes,
Countess.
I saw her out once in the city,
Oh, I'd
and
die. I'd have so much fun.
she was like, it really is true. She's like a walking pheromone. All guys were surrounding her. Like she was like, had this like energy that was like magnetic. I was like, wow, it's good to know that I saw the theories
I
right.
saw royalty.
I just saw royalty.
The Countess. Have you heard? I know you can't say anything until like they announce, but if you were to guess, do you think you have a decent shot at a season 3?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
like that.
I
Blink
do
twice if yes.
think that there's going to be a
Nice.
lot more
Good.
coming up. And
Good tease.
let's just say it's a lot more intense than what everyone else has seen.
That's good. I think this season needs to be longer. I think like 5 was short, and even 6 I thought was too short.
That's the number one thing people have been saying to me. They're like, and this is it? Like, we need more.
Yeah.
I guess that is interesting. That is one thing I think maybe they could do. And like I said, I really enjoyed the show, but maybe like any constructive criticism, like a producer is going to care. But it does feel fascinating. I don't feel like I know where you guys are in the summer, right? Like I don't like Memorial Day party, the 4th of July, right? Whatever. I feel like it's kind of you guys all of a sudden like, oh, we're at the end of the summer. And I'm like, what do you mean they're at the end of the summer? Like they didn't even get to the 4th of July. So like
I
I'd like to
know.
see some more landmarks of things going on
Right.
in the Hamptons, but
Was it Bree? Was that the girl that came in to replace Jill?
Yes.
She was only there for like an episode.
I didn't know she was there.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Summer's over.
I wish everyone saw more of Bree.
She had like a relationship and everything. They're like, well, I'm really glad that we connected. They're like kissed and said goodbye. I'm like, who was that?
I guess also though in reality TV, they follow story with like conflict resolution. So with Bree and Mike, Chef Mike, they didn't have conflicts. They were in a bubble honeymoon, phase. So I guess that's probably why. But I will say Bree is like the best person to live with. She brought like a whole new energy to the house. Off camera too, because we'd go out to Montauk and she was just the best time ever. But yeah, I wish we all saw more of Bree.
So the rules in that house, are they as strict as they are portrayed on the show?
Season 1, they were a lot more strict. Like I had no idea Zach was coming to the house that time to like yell at us.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm in a timeout. But season 2, I didn't feel as much pressure because Jack was also the manager and he wasn't really gonna be tattletaling to Zach.
I'm just thinking about like Zach and like the first joke I was going to make is that no matter what, if you guys throw a party or do anything, cater an event, he's showing up. That dude just marches in. Like he always marches in right at the end of something, no matter what. Did you get to meet Jill Zarin that party?
Yes.
Yeah,
it
nice.
was a mini BravoCon.
No way.
That was my Utopia. That was my highlight of my whole entire summer. I was freaking out. Vicky was like, where can we whoop it up around here? Like she's exactly the same.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's great.
I was in my glory. So cool.
The sightings, Brian. I mean, I could be down with the sightings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are way into the Housewives stuff than me, but I get it. Get the reasoning.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian, do you have anybody else you wanted to touch on?
Yeah, so why was Victoria not in season 2 as much as season 1?
I honestly don't know. I was a little surprised about that too. I think if there was more drama between her and Jack, genuinely, there it would
They
have
would show it.
we would have seen her a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know, honestly.
True or false? Everybody in the house was getting sick of Jillian mentioning Lindsay Lohan.
Here's a thing that is shocking. I only heard her say it once filming season 1.
No.
When she's like, I'm gonna effing Lohan, Regina, something like that. And
You're Regina George and I'm a Lohan. Yeah.
yeah, so then when I watched it, she was saying it a lot in her confessionals, which was what people were talking about, and she didn't say it in the house.
Well, that's good then. I guess that's, I mean, that's good for you guys, because I just felt like this. This is I like Lindsay Lohan. I like the movies and but like it's not like her stock is super high right now to be throwing out the Lohan name. Like things are golden.
Well, also me and like in the town I grew up in, we grew up in the same town as the Lohan family.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone knows them. In like where
they're just regular like people in the town, right?
My cousin, my cousins went to high school with Lindsay at Calhoun in Merrick, Long Island.
Yep.
And my cousin texted me. She's like, "Oh my God, this is so funny because I had drama with Lindsay. Like we would always butt heads." She's like, "So this is so fitting that it's like trickling down into the next generation." But me and Jill are good now. We sorted it all out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, I mean, honestly, like I said, I think it's good that you guys have had multiple seasons now. Now, hopefully, things continuing. I think that's the best part. Like you guys kind of have now multiple years, and like I said, we hope we could get a couple more episodes the next time. So, Max, give them more episodes.
Let's go.
Give it to them. The long summer.
Wait, I have one more question. Because I know it was on Discovery Plus season 1, right?
Right.
So was there a big change when it I guess went under Max, like the production or like filming, anything like that? Or
so it did really well on Discovery, and they're all owned by Warner Brothers. So I guess that's why it got an upgrade. Because I believe, I don't know if this is right, but Discovery Plus has like 20 million subscribers, and Max has around 100 million.
Makes sense.
So it's just an upgrade.
I just didn't know if it was better for you, like you guys.
Yeah, definitely better for us.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair though, too, Discovery Plus, it was probably like Shark Week, Serving the Hamptons.
Right. I missed that. I missed that.
You guys could have been the tent pole with the sharks. You know what I mean? You guys could have done a crossover. Like, oh my God, there's a shark outside of 75 Main. Like, who is Jack going to run out since he's the manager and go save the restaurant?
Save our souls.
Save our souls.
There really was this summer a lot of sharks on Long Island.
See, they need that in the storylines. We need more. We want to know what was going on in the Hamptons. I want to know who you ran into at the diner. You know what I mean? Like that stuff, we don't need to see their faces, but some name drops.
Want to blur it out.
We'll just do some name drops.
Do some name drops. Like we filmed with Kendall Jenner for 1-8, and maybe she was just too expensive to have on the show, but that would have been really cool to see her on her 818 tour. Also, there was a competition with Food God that was filmed.
Oh, dope.
Where he judged Mike and Brogan to see like whose meal was better.
Which they didn't show it?
And it didn't air. No.
Wait, who won?
Yeah, who won?
I think Mike won. I'm pretty sure.
I like Brogan more than Mike.
That's the popular opinion. Maybe that's why they didn't air it.
Maybe.
They want to protect
so she's Brogan. Not coming back, correct?
I don't think so.
Can't say. I mean,
the way it ended, I don't think that unless maybe in like a season 4 or 5, Brogan's getting married and we go to her wedding. But
he has it at 75 Main.
Right? That'd be really cute. Yeah. But I don't think so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So as far as what you have going on, what else is going on? People want to find you. What's up in Sam's world?
From being a part of like the production world and everything, I started pitching, and I just sold my first TV show. So I've
Nice.
been like entering this world now of behind the scenes, not in front of the camera. So it's been really fun. I our executive producer, Teresa Sorkin, she's been like a mentor to me. And so she has really helped me in the process. And it's been very fun, very eye-opening.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That is really
I
exciting.
just told it's a dating show.
Oh, cool.
Out soon. So it's singles dating in the back of a car. And there's different stops. The daters are spread out throughout New York City.
With the cash cab, kind of.
Right. And
a little bit of next in there.
So it's Cash Cab meets Next.
That's great. We love Next. It's a show that's like kind of tough to have now because
good.
It used to just be like shitting on people. It's like
you're ugly,
that guy looks poor. Next, like you can't even do a show like that anymore. People get so offended.
It does have aspects, like we did film it already. So there's aspects of it that are very similar. Like I did not like that girl, something like that, but
we got some we have some single guest hosts. So if you ever need somebody else, let us know. We'll get some people we can prop up. Definitely. Brian and I are unfortunately married and kids and such, but I would have done the dating cash cab back in the day, Brian. Dating cash cab would have been fun.
It's fun to play Cupid.
Where will that be? I mean, because that might be something that we might
cover. Right.
Oh, we'll cover it.
I can't say where because I have a meeting next week of what network will be its home.
Okay.
But right now we're putting teasers out on YouTube to kind of build the hype.
So fair to say some form of like streaming.
Right.
Okay. That's fair. That's all. We won't dig too much, but that's awesome. Congratulations. That's really cool. It's a cool way to leverage what you did and being a fan. So like I said, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'm enjoying the journey.
Oh, for sure. Well, look, we know you're a big fan of a lot of Bravo stuff. Anything else? Obviously, you'll have things coming up. So if you ever want to come back, want to talk this show, want to talk and review a show you like, come back on. We'll keep the word going on your show too to make sure that's coming up.
I would love that.
Awesome. Yeah, you let us know what you're into, and like I said, keep in touch, and we'll definitely we'll make it work for sure.
Sounds good. I think we'll have a lot to talk about after this Beverly Hills reunion.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So like I said,
a lot to unpack.
You let us know what you want, and like I said, we'll throw it out there. We'll make it work for sure.
Sounds good.
We'll make sure to post your socials in the description. Sam, thank you so much for your time. Again, everyone, you can find Sam. Serving the Hamptons seasons 1 and 2 are all available on Max. Go check it out. We give our stamp of approval, which you guys know sometimes isn't that easy to get. So, for myself, Brian, Sam, everyone at the Reality guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.
Thank you.